So, how in the world does a character from a really gentle preschool cartoon become one of the most hated figures on the internet? It sounds crazy, right? Well, today we're going to crack open the case file on Ladybird Lu, a 3.5-year-old ladybug who has somehow found herself right in the middle of this bizarre and honestly pretty intense online debate.
I mean, just get a load of this. This quote is from a pretty popular YouTube channel that, believe it or not, reviews cartoon brats. The host is talking about a completely different character's tantrum, but uses Ladybird Lu as the gold standard for pathetic meltdowns. So right there, that sets the stage for the incredibly harsh judgment Lu is facing online.
And this slide? This is the whole conflict in a nutshell. On one side, you have what the show's creators wanted to do: teach a little lesson about feelings. But on the other, you have a huge chunk of the internet seeing a meltdown monstrosity. It's the same character, the same exact actions, but two totally different realities. So how did we even get here?
We're going to dig into this kind of like a detective story. We'll look at all the evidence from both sides. You've got the creator's original intent, and then you have the internet's fiery accusations.
Okay, first up, Exhibit A. What was the show's purpose, according to the actual people who made it? What was Lu and the Bali Bunch even supposed to be about? Well, if you ask the production company, 9 Story Media Group, the show is all about social-emotional learning. It's meant to be this funny, sweet look at how little kids learn to get along by exploring their big feelings and all the little dramas of first friendships. So, get this. The big emotional moments, they aren't just in the show, they are the show. That's the whole point.
And check this out. This quote is straight from the show. You have a character here putting words to a really complex, mixed-up feeling, being happy and sad at the exact same time. This is exactly what the show's trying to do. It's giving kids the language to understand their feelings, not judging them for having them in the first place.
All right, so now let's flip the script. Welcome to Exhibit B. This is where things take a really sharp turn. Because despite everything the creators wanted, this super powerful counter-narrative has popped up online, basically labeling Lu and her friends as nothing more than brats. And boy, the way she's framed is just wow. It's instant and it's harsh. Just look at these titles. They're part of this whole online genre of cartoon brat takedown videos. One YouTuber uses Lu's name like it's a slur for a crybaby. A fan wiki literally lists the show on a page called How to Make Bad TV Shows Good. So before you've even seen a single second, you're already being told what to think. This character is bad and this show is broken.
You know, there's actually a name for this whole thing. From the website TV Tropes, it's called a periphery hate-om. But why does it happen? Well, it seems to be this weird mix of things. You have adults judging kids' shows today by the standards of cartoons they watched 20 or 30 years ago. You have online platforms that reward outrage with clicks and views. And, you know, sometimes it's just fun for people to get together and hate on the same thing.
So, what happens when this periphery hate-em gets organized? Well, that's the online fallout. It's where the battle over Ladybird Lu's reputation is being fought, right now, in communities all across the web. You can see this playing out perfectly on TV Tropes, which is a wiki for cataloging storytelling ideas. For a while, the page for Lu and the Bali Bunch basically became a war zone. You had users getting into these intense edit wars over how to describe the characters.
You had one user in particular who just kept adding all these super negative labels. They called Lu a karma Houdini, which means she never faces consequences. The parents? They were pushover parents and flat characters who just put up with their kids' whiny, bratty tantrums. I mean, come on, those aren't just descriptions, right? Those are straight-up judgments being shoved onto the show's wiki page.
And of course, this did not go unnoticed. So on one side, you have the actual TV Tropes moderators trying to clean things up, creating whole forum threads just to remove all the bashing and negativity. But then on the other side, you've got people on places like Reddit pushing back with a pretty simple reality check. Bro, Ladybird Lu isn't even that bad. She's only 3.5.
Okay, but this might be the biggest twist in the whole story. A user on Reddit points out that a lot of these characters get a bad rap because of those cartoon brat videos, which they're pretty sure are just satire. And that just makes you wonder, what if the outrage is all a big performance? Is it possible this isn't about real hate, but about people playing a role in this weird, ironic internet game? The lines start to get really, really blurry. So after all that, where are we? Let's try and piece this all together. On one side, we have the creator's really clear intent, and on the other, we have this messy, complicated, layered reaction from the audience.
This table, honestly, says it all.
The exact same behavior is seen in 3 completely different ways. To the creator, it's a tool for exploring big feelings. To the online critics, it's a whiny, bratty tantrum. And to her defenders, it's just what young children do when they're expressing their feelings. And that gap, that's not just a small disagreement. That's the breeding ground for these huge online subcultures, complete with their own inside jokes, their own enemies, and maybe a whole lot of satire.
You know, when you really think about it, the whole Ladybird Lu case pushes us to ask a much, much bigger question. In this internet age, where anybody can analyze, critique, and totally redefine a character, who really owns a story? Is it the person who made it with a clear purpose, or is it the audience who can give it a brand new life, one the creator never ever intended?
So we're going to leave you with this one simple statement, found on a blog that was defending the character. After everything we've looked at, that doesn't just feel like an opinion anymore, does it? It feels more like a closing argument in a trial. And the final verdict? Well, that's up to you.